Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Maybe I should have done something about whatever's going on top of my head right now. Fixed. There we go. We solve problems in this truck. But good to see you guys. Today should be a pretty boring day, which is fine. I've always said you don't want too much excitement in trucking. But we've got some miles to knock down, and that's really it. That's really all there is to it. So, yesterday ended up being a little more interesting. I was at the place to pick up. I sat there for like a half hour, and they said, hey, you're supposed to be over here somewhere else, which was like 7 miles away from me. What I thought was a 25,000 pound load ended up just being a 9,000 pound load. So great for the fuel mileage. We're just hoping, you know, we're not running into any storms or high winds or anything like that, because I would honestly prefer the 25,000 if we're going to go into high winds. We'll see. I don't know if that's even a thing, if that's going to be the case, but we'll see. Not much to say this morning. We're just up. It's 5:19 in the morning, just getting ready to get the day started. Pilot has given up. they've just straight up said, we don't care anymore. You're on your own, all of you. You know, we had the situation with them closing down the showers because they didn't hire enough people or schedule enough people to work when I was over there in Tennessee. And this morning, I'll be honest, I guess sometimes I'm not that bright. I didn't realize when you bought the coffees, or the cappuccino in my case, that they have a barcode on the cup. I didn't realize that because I've never seen anybody scan the cup. They always punch in something. So I saw everybody was using like the self-checkouts, but there was a girl standing by a register, so I went over there and I put my stuff down, and she goes, you could just use the self-checkouts. And I'm like, okay, but I don't know how to ring this up. And she goes, scan the barcode on the cup. I'm like, oh, yeah, good point, actually. I hadn't thought about that. But in the time I was in the store, she was just telling everybody, go use the self-checkout. And she, from what I could tell, was doing nothing. I'm not her boss. I don't really know. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I talked to my dad yesterday on the phone, who's a little more old school than I am, of course. And he's of the opinion, I can't speak for my dad, of course, but that's just the conversation. He's of the opinion that everybody's just lazy these days. And I'm more of the opinion that maybe that's also true. But some people are just kind of done with the whole system where they are going to work and they don't feel like they're being paid enough because inflation's crazy out of control. Like I said, not a political channel, not a financial channel, but I am interested in the dynamic where it seems like in general, whether it be due to laziness or something else, people are just like giving up. Just they're showing up to work, and that's about it. But it's been really disappointing with Pilot. They have, I mean, my God, they've just given up. Just straight up, we're not doing it anymore. So, interesting thing to see, I guess, but not so interesting when you're a truck driver and you're trying to get assistance. That's with something. Okay, the coffee cup thing, sure. I just didn't know. Now I know for the future. But if you want a shower or any number of things, and they're just like, screw you, truck driver. But yeah, you want a chicken leg and some mashed potatoes, they're happy to charge you $17 for it, of course. The math don't quite check out to me. But anyways, sort of a hopefully boring day today, but I've always said you don't want too much excitement in trucking. It's just miles today. It's just cruising down the road. Filled up the tank. Numbers guys, I know numbers guys are here. Let me grab it here. Filled up both tanks. I should be writing down the gallons, but I didn't. But anyway, $639 to fill it up, which is great because I was seeing $750, $800, things like that before, and $30 in def. But the def thing clicked off on me. I needed more def, and it clicked off, and I went, must be full, but it wasn't. It wasn't. So anyways, it cost me $639 to fill the tanks. Obviously we'd like to see that a little bit lower still, or a lot lower would be even better, but we'll take it. That should get us most of the way there. Definitely reading your guys' comments. Somebody said stop in Missouri or I forget what other state you said, before you get to Illinois if you need to top off. So if I do need to do that, you know, if I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I could use just maybe another 50 gallons to get there, then I'll stop in one of those cheap states as suggested, just to top it off, and some of that will carry over into the next load. But however, if I find out what my next load is, then I could just fill up in one of the cheaper states if it's worth doing that. I don't know anything about what the next load is yet. So I'd hate to fill up the tanks on a 500-mile load and then be like, crap, I didn't need that much. Learning as we go, but it was nice to see those prices. It was 4:01 in the morning. By the time I got up here to fuel up, it was $3.95. $3.95, baby, gotta love it. One other quick thing, I spent time cleaning the truck yesterday, like sweeping the floor and then wiping it down with some cleaner and a rag, and then put all the laundry and stuff away and cleaned out this cabinet here. There's shelves inside of it, so I put all the cleaning supplies up on those shelves, and now that whole cabinet's empty. And the point of that is it's life-changing when you clean your truck a little bit. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna hit the road, see what kind of trouble we can get into today. But I don't anticipate this video will be much more than me just talking about stuff. I'll try to record stuff if anything interesting happens, but I doubt it will. I'm hoping it don't. It'd be a nice, easy day. So talk to you guys in a bit. Well, I was trying to get through San Antonio and Austin before the Texans came out for their morning round of bumper cars, but I did not. I knew I should have got up an hour earlier, so this is my own fault. I've done it to myself, but looks like we're gonna have us a long morning. This is currently, I guess, the San Antonio area, and we've still got Austin to deal with, so we're gonna have a long morning, but that's okay. That's my own damn fault. I decided I wanted to sleep in an extra hour, so here we go. I did it to myself, but that's how she goes. So wanted to clarify my statements a little bit earlier. I'm definitely going to stay away from my political views on this channel. There are things you just don't talk about when you're in polite, good company, right? And those things are politics and religion. You just leave those alone. So I just wanted to clarify that a little bit. All I'm saying is, when it comes to like whatever Flying J's doing, they've just given up. They just decided it's enough. We're not doing it anymore, which is disappointing. But my point was, I don't necessarily believe that all people are lazy and that no one wants to work. I do believe that people want to take care of themselves, and they want to, you know, have nice things like that, right? And I guess my only point with that is, all of us right now are fighting just an uphill battle. You know, fuel prices in general are coming down, and I mean all of us. You don't even have to be a trucker, but like gas prices were so high and inflation just out of control. And when you compare a high cost of living to what I would consider fairly low wages, I do have to wonder if people are just giving up in general, just throwing their hands up and say, we don't know what you want from us, you know. And that's my only opinion on that. That's the only opinion I'll share on this channel about that. I have very, very strong opinions on things like that. I always thought about doing like a political channel, but that would involve hours and hours of research to understand even what my points are, and who has that kind of time, right? There's some really good political channels out there, but I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy for it. I'm just not smart enough. So anyways, just wanted to clarify that a little bit, I guess.
1.5 miles. Keep left to I-35 north.
I don't know the problems, and I definitely don't know the solutions. I don't. But what I've been witnessing lately with Flying J's, because they're the truck stop I use for most things, we get a little fuel discount there, so therefore all my points are there, my free showers are there, things like that. I used to use Love's years ago. they gave up a long time ago. They gave up like 5 years ago, I'd say, and just stopped caring. And TA, well, they gave up back in the 70s. They just stopped back then and refused to advance beyond that. Have you seen the TA app? The whatever it's called, the Truck Smart, or whatever it is, Smart Truck, or I don't know what it is, but that app was definitely not made by the best or the brightest, I'll tell you that. It's just a raggedy ass app that hardly works, and the navigation is terrible and all that. So anyways, the Flying J situation is just, it's out of control. It's just completely out of control. I got a shower in one a week or two ago where they didn't give me any towels, and I know that it'd probably be ideal to bring my own towel instead of using a towel that millions of other people have used. That doesn't sound fun, but man, I'm coughing a lot this morning. What am I trying to say? Oh, I've never figured out how to address the towel situation in the truck. Like, do I hang it out to dry, like over the seat? Because you don't want like just a wet, gross towel sitting in your truck. I don't know, man. I don't know why I struggle with the simple things, why I can't seem to figure them out. But anyways, we're just rolling around Texas very slowly. And the quality of Flying J has definitely just jumped off a cliff recently, and I'm just not sure how I feel about it. But anyways, I'm gonna continue my drive, see where we end up today. Gross. I hate traffic, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. Talk to you guys in a bit. What? Hey bro. Hey bro. You got a trash can stuck there. So anyways, truck stops, huh? So he's just pushing around a trash can here. I thought it was amusing, so I had to record it. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Hello everyone. I am done with my tangent about wages and no one wants to work and all that nonsense. I just had to get it out of my system, you know? Just had to get it out of my system. So I feel better. That was hours ago now. And I have just about made it out of Texas 500 some miles ago. Well, I did like 530 today. But it took a long time. It took a long time. I had San Antonio, Austin, parts of Dallas to deal with. And I'm just ready to call it a day. That's about all there is to it, man. So anyways, I guess the theme of the day is I won't be getting a sponsorship ever from a Pilot. I'm not trying to like cause problems or anything, but they have been just awful lately. They've just, I don't know what's going on, but I was watching my landing gear because there's a pretty good bump coming in here. Probably don't want to get your landing gear caught on anything. I found this big dirt lot that's empty. No one's here. Oh, there's some trucks over there, way over yonder. But over here, all by myself, no one here at all. No one here. Anyways, I did stop at a pretty nice Pilot earlier, just on like the south side of Waco. I didn't know that one was there. I normally, what am I trying to say? I've only been through Waco a few times, but I normally stop at the one like right in the middle of town. I guess I didn't know the one on the south end of town was there. You know, the one down the street from the Hooters. I normally stop there when I go through that area. But this one on the south end of town was pretty decent. I believe I was in Waco. I don't know, man. They all look the same. All the Texas cities all look the same to me. But the showers were all upstairs, and they had a ton of them, a ton of showers. And that place was pretty decent. They were clean. I am done. And the showers are ready to go and all that stuff. But it's, I don't know, man. Pilot's been slacking lately. They've really not really given a damn about what's going on. So maybe it's not out of my system. Maybe I'm still mad about stuff. I don't really know. But it's just not been a good experience all around for anyone. How many miles did we actually end up doing today? Because I got slowed down quite a bit. 536. I still got 767 to go by 11 a.m. Thursday. So I'll be fine. Even if I have to get up real early Thursday just to get it done. That's what we'll do. But overall, just really a boring day. I got on the phone. I didn't realize I was going to be on the phone with a few of the homies earlier. And that was kind of cool. But then I was like distracted by Dallas traffic. So I didn't really have much to say as we got further into the conversation. There was a guy driving a van in Dallas, and you know how the ramps just come onto the road? It's not a great system. And a Walmart semi was trying to merge, and there was a van like riding right on my bumper. So I'm like, you know, looking real close, make sure I can get over, and I've got my blinker on, and this van would not give me an inch, would not give me anything. And the Walmart truck's coming over, he's not slowing down, right? And he's merging into my lane. He's not backing off even a little bit. And I don't know, the ramp systems over there can be really bad around Dallas. They're not all great. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And so I was just like, screw it. And I went over, and the guy on the van, it was real close. It was real close, but I got out in front of him. Well, I noticed he was driving very erratically after he passed me, speeding up, slowing down, swerving lanes, stuff like that. And when I went to pass him one of the times that he had slowed down again, he's face first in his cell phone, texting away, driving down the road. That's so dangerous. It's so dangerous to do that. There's no good solution, you know. Like, do you like mount your phone on the windshield like I do and respond to a text? I'm not saying I respond to text while driving, but do you respond to a text with like a voice text or something like that? But don't do this. Don't drive down the road doing this, because I wondered after I passed him again if he had even saw that I was trying to merge. And given the common thought process and decency of merging onto the road, the Walmart semi that was coming in should have let off instead of merging straight into my lane. But I don't do the whole who's at fault nonsense. I've never concerned myself with, well, if I get into an accident, who's at fault? I obviously don't want it to be with me. I don't want it to be me. But what I don't want is to be involved in an accident, because I got stuff to do, and a busted ass truck ain't gonna get the job done, right? So I never go like, screw it, I'll just ram through him because it would be his fault. I just don't have that mindset. I have stuff to do, right? So I wonder though if the guy in the van even knew what was happening, or he looked up from his phone to see the back of my truck right in his face. I don't know. It was a bad situation for everyone. We all got out of it alive. But I just don't understand the texting and driving. I don't get it. It's such a stupid thing to do. Especially with that phone buried in your face. And I see it with a lot of truckers too. Are swerving all over the road, and then when you go to pass them, because they're changing speed. Now trucks naturally change speeds, uphill, downhill, weight of the load and things like that, right? But you can tell when you've been driving a truck for a week that that person's just speeding up and slowing down because they're not paying attention, because maybe you're on flat land, right? But you get up and you pass a trucker that's face first in their phone. Oh my God. Do you want to be the trucker that gets involved in an accident with someone and it's because you were texting? Oh God, I couldn't imagine. I don't know the law. I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, but especially if it was like a fatality and they pulled your phone records and you were texting at the time it happened, I feel like you're gonna do some prison time. Manslaughter or something like that. And I just cannot understand the mindset behind all of it and how crazy it is. And I guess I just sort of had like a realistic run-in with it today. With that van would not give me an inch, would not give me anything at all. And the McDonald's Walmart semi wouldn't back off, and I was like just stuck between the two, and I'm like, oh my God. And then to find out later that the guy in the van was most likely texting and was completely oblivious to the fact that I was moving over. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. And I didn't know the right answer, like, just because everything was happening so quick. It was one of those on-ramps that just ends. Like, it's either the Walmart guy goes off in the ditch or gets in my lane, and I don't want to run a guy off in the ditch either, even if he is kind of being a not nice fella. I gotta think about my words these days. I don't want to put a guy in the ditch either, but I don't want to take out a guy in a van. Oh God, we survived it, and I'm overthinking it. I'm thinking way too hard about it, but that's kind of the day. That's all. How about the Prime truck pushing the trash can around the truck stop? I was gonna get out and like, hey bro, your trash can's there, but he was pulling up to the fuel island, so hopefully he caught that. Hopefully he walked around the front of his truck and saw that he was pushing the trash can around. I don't even know how he did that. Like, maybe somebody was pranking him and put a trash can in front of his truck, and he just woke up and drove straight over it and just pushed it around the parking lot. But I thought it was amusing nonetheless. But we're gonna have days like this, guys, where things are just boring. There's not much going on. Tomorrow's just driving. I might hear something about my next load tomorrow. I'd imagine my dispatcher will be looking at the load board, seeing what we got. How would I like that all to work out? This is 2,800. If we say my goal 7, which I have not met yet since I've been here. I've done 6 a few times. What is that? 7. Let's just subtract 3 grand, 4, and we'll add 200 back in there. That's how I do math, I guess. 4,200 we still need to make between Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That seems possible. It seems really possible to hit that 7 grand number. That'd be really cool. Yeah, that would be a very good thing for us to have happen. So tomorrow's just driving again. Done with most of the major cities. I got Little Rock tomorrow, and then I should pass through St. Louis, I believe. I mean, I'll pass through St. Louis on this trip, but I should pass through it tomorrow, I think. And then after that, it's just the Chicago area, and we are done with this one. So we'll see how that all works out. We'll see how she goes. But I'm a little bored with today myself too. Not much to it. Happy to have all those Texas cities behind me though. So I'll get back with you guys tomorrow. Not every video is gonna be a banger, you know. Some of them just nothing's happening. So anyways, see you guys.